Maria and Snow, a tale of friendship. One bright morning, as usual, Grandma Maria prepared to go to the small forest on the edge of the village. She carried a bundle of firewood tied neatly with a long rope. The firewood was quite heavy, but Grandma Maria kept smiling because she knew it would be useful for cooking warm meals at night. Behind her, Snow trotted happily, sometimes running ahead and then returning to her side. Snow looked so joyful, his tail wagging like a broken clock. He would occasionally stop to sniff the ground or chase butterflies fluttering among wildflowers by the roadside. But no matter how long he played, Snow always came back to Grandma Maria's side, as if making sure his beloved grandmother wasn't too tired carrying the heavy load. On their way home, while walking along a rocky path near the rice fields, the rope holding the firewood suddenly began to loosen. Grandma Maria didn't notice it, as she was focused on keeping her balance on the slippery path dampened by morning dew. Not long after, without warning, the rope snapped completely, and the firewood scattered across the ground with a loud thud. Grandma Maria stopped for a moment, taking a deep breath. She set down the remaining firewood she had been holding and slowly knelt to assess the damage. Her face showed a hint of worry as she gazed at the scattered wood. "Oh dear, what now?" she murmured softly, her voice filled with exhaustion. She realized that tying the firewood again would take some time, especially at her age. Seeing Grandma Maria's worried expression, Snow quickly approached her. The little dog tilted his head, as if trying to understand what was happening. When Snow noticed the loose rope lying on the ground, he immediately took action. With great agility, he went to one end of the rope. Using his strong teeth, Snow started pulling the rope, attempting to roll it up so it could be used to retie the scattered firewood. When Grandma Maria saw Snow's efforts, she chuckled softly despite feeling a bit tired. "Clever dog," she said, gently patting Snow's head. "Come on, let's work together." Snow seemed even more enthusiastic after hearing Grandma Maria's praise. He continued biting and pulling the rope, while Grandma Maria began gathering the fallen firewood. Slowly but surely, she arranged the pieces one by one, ensuring none were left behind. Meanwhile, Snow helped in his own special way, pushing smaller logs with his nose and dragging the rope toward Grandma Maria. Though the process took longer than usual, their teamwork made the situation feel lighter and full of warmth. Every now and then, Grandma Maria paused to stroke Snow's head, giving him a small thank you for his help. Snow, with eyes full of love, licked her hand in return. After all the firewood was collected, Grandma Maria sat for a moment by the roadside, readying the bundle into a sturdier stack. Snow sat beside her, looking proudly at his grandmother as if saying, "We did it, didn't we?" Finally, when everything was done, Grandma Maria hoisted the firewood onto her back as usual. Snow, pleased with his efforts, jumped around happily near Grandma Maria, as if asking for a reward for his hard work. Without hesitation, Grandma Maria lifted Snow onto her back too, using a long cloth to keep him secure. Snow looked so happy, his tongue hanging out and his tail wagging joyfully. Villagers passing by smiled as they watched them. "How much they care for each other," one villager said to another. "Snow is truly an amazing dog. Look, he even helped tie the firewood." A curious child who happened to pass by approached them. "Grandma, why is that dog so smart?" the child asked innocently. Grandma Maria chuckled softly. "Because Snow is my best friend, dear. He knows when I need help and he's always there for me." Since that day, the bond between Grandma Maria and Snow grew even stronger. Snow was not just a loyal companion but also a little helper ready to assist in any situation. For Grandma Maria, Snow was the greatest blessing in her life, an invaluable source of happiness. But this event also taught the villagers something deeper. They began to realize how important it is to have someone, or something, always by your side, through good times and bad. The story of Grandma Maria and Snow became an inspiration for many people in the village. Even some children started taking better care of their pets, learning from Snow's loyalty. A few weeks later, when spring arrived, Grandma Maria and Snow decided to plant more flowers in the front yard of their house. They also began encouraging the villagers to work together to clean the rocky path they often walked on. Snow, of course, joined in every activity, always staying close to Grandma Maria, spreading positive energy to everyone. In the end, the lives of Grandma Maria and Snow became a symbol of simple happiness found in small things. A smile, a gentle touch, or even a broken rope of firewood on the road. They were a perfect example of how unconditional love can warm hearts, even during the toughest moments in life.